Hello, 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 hello. This is your boy Walt B. I'm here. Wasn't scheduled to be here tonight. I'm not scheduled to be here till tomorrow night, but I wanted to get on tonight and just talk to you all. So, what I need you to do real quick is just go and grab you a quick drink because we're getting ready to talk about this conversation tonight. All right. So tonight um, I wanted to get on here and have this conversation about this young man who is in gospel music. Um, Vocally, he is a beast. The gentleman is a beast. Daryl Walls. I don't know how old he is. I'm really not a fan of their group. I just know they can really sing. I'm into more like I don't know. I like my music. I like to be able to sing with my music. I don't like to always have to think when I sing with them. Um, Feel good music, but that's me. Okay. But you'd be lying if you said the Walls group couldn't sing. They absolutely can sing. Their arrangements are amazing and everything. But their lead singer today was caught on camera, so he can't deny it was him. Say he can't say it wasn't him, but he was caught on camera kissing his, I'm gonna say boyfriend or alleged boyfriend or um lover. I don't know the terms we're using nowadays or whatever. Okay. And I want to first say this. Hold on. Rona, is that you? No, okay, that ain't no Rona. I want to first say this to everyone watching this. If you're watching this on replay, if you're watching this live, I want everybody to understand that the world does not need to know about every aspect of your life. Some stuff need to just stay between you and whoever you're dealing with. If you're not trying to occupy that lane, it just, who cares? Like, I understand you want the world to know you grown. Hey, sis, how you doing? I understand you grown, you work, you make your money or whatever, but everybody don't need to know all your business. Period, point blank. It's that simple. Sometimes you just need to stop and ask yourself, does everyone really need to know what's going on here? Does everyone need to have access to this part of my life? Again, unless you're trying to operate in that space, unless you're trying to be an activist or unless you're trying to again occupy that space. But let's be clear, you can't occupy that space and be a top tier gospel artist. They'll let you be a little, local, whatever, but you can't be a top tier gospel artist and you all the way gay on social media. You can't do that. You can't do that. So before we go further in discussing this, um, you know, Daryl, I want you to know, I thank God you're honest. You're finally out there. You're honest. You're not playing women or whatever. But that wasn't necessarily the smartest move to put something like that on social media on a platform. I think it's horrible that you have to hide it. But I mean, things are the way they are. And so it wasn't him. As I got more details, he didn't put it out. He actually had it on private settings. So everyone that's seen this video of him and his whomever this young man is to him, they were only supposed to be close friends, so people he trusted. And so he put that on social media. One of his close friends screen recorded it. And now the world knows everything that's going on in this young man's life. Um, this is why I talk the way I talk, I teach the way I teach, I reach out the way I reach out. Because we got our kids out here just looking all kind of deer in headlights. Like somebody with some sense should have taught this young man a long time ago. You don't trust nobody with sensitive information like that that you don't want out, or that you ain't ready for it to come out. Like you gotta, some stuff you got to keep under lock and key, and just be integral in and of, within the confines of who you are. Um, yeah, you're gonna have to do that. So now we're waiting to see how he's going to navigate this. Now the boy can sing, so I mean he could easily come out with an R&B something. I think he could definitely do something in the realm of rhythm and blues, the aura and the B. But why he's going through this unnecessary change, because he just had this private moment between him and his whoever that he felt like everybody had to be privileged to. And so, I just want to encourage you, if you have a platform, if you're in ministry, unless you're trying to occupy that lane and you have committed to the process of, you're going to lose all your influence, you're going to lose many of your friends, you are totally changing lanes. Some stuff need to just stay between you, God, and the person you messing around with and your friends. Hey auntie, how you doing? Some stuff just absolutely need to stay between you, and some friends. I will give him his props though on this. He ain't one of those who got filmed by somebody else while he was out there doing it. Because sometimes these people be getting caught and the camera be in their face, and I'm like, you sitting here looking into the camera, and then you expect me to have sympathy for you. Um, with a camera in your face, and I don't understand that, because the minute the camera is pulled out and you start filming, and I know you filming, whatever we doing is over. That, that's a deal breaker for me. It's the camera for me. Yeah, so I just wanted to get on here and talk about that. And then, is the world ready for a um, is the world ready for a a gay gospel artist? I almost cringed at asking the question because I know the answer. Um, I tell people all the time, who you lay down with has nothing to do with who you serve, who you worship. But I know everybody don't think like I think. Every time someone tells someone their orientation, everybody's mind goes straight to the bedroom. That's not where my mind goes. If you got a word from the Lord, give me the word from the Lord, and you sort the rest out in your personal time with God. You can just give me whatever God gave you to give me, and we'll be good. Um, what do you all think? Is the world ready for? Is the world ready to accept something like that? Oh, and I know some of y'all gonna get on here and be like, the world is ready. Like the church ain't here, blah, 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 Shanto. I wonder if Bishop is watching. I was trying to get his imitate his tongue right there. That's when we know he finna um he finna wild out when he say he mama he called my mama. Bishop finna wild when he get y'all when he put that tongue, that Holy Ghost tongue on us. All right. Is the world ready? No, no. Okay. If you are in the conversation, if you're on either one of my pages, the link to join me on screen is um, in the comment section. Feel free to join me on screen, whether you agree or disagree. I mean, it really, at this point, I don't have no dog in this particular fight. This is, unfortunately, Daryl's walk that he has to deal with at this point. Um, well, I just want, if he catch wind of this. I want him to know, I support him in this venture. It took long enough. There was the whole first he had the sex tape a while ago. Then he had the second sex tape that got leaked out. And then I think now this is out. And I mean, his sisters and brothers, everybody, in the group that kind of went through something. I heard someone talking earlier um, about how just because you are in ministry doesn't mean you're ready for life. And I think that begs, so, we need to take a look at that. And then also we need to evaluate the pedestals that we put people on. Just because a person is anointed doesn't mean that they are, um, it doesn't mean that we need to, emulate everything that they do. And it doesn't mean that they're going to be this stellar person at life. Some people are amazing on stage and in front of people, but they're horrible at day to day things. They're horrible at relationships. And I think this just exposes where we as a community kind of need to come up in the area of uh, how we treat our artists, how we reverence them, respect them, put them on pedestals, etc. Etc. He had a human moment, and I hope he bounces back. I haven't heard anything or seen anything from him since all of this took place. I'm hoping he's still well physically, mentally, and I hope he's surrounded definitely by at this point by people who love and care for him because um, it's definitely a hard thing. Like he gonna have to deal with people he thought he knew had his back is gonna turn and act straight brand new on him. And I pray he's strong enough to actually make it through. Well, that's all I had to share on tonight. Absolutely, yeah, definitely praying for him and his family because it's going to be hard for all of them. In addition to it just being his life, it's also connected to their livelihood, how they make money. And this is beyond just the Walls group, the national group that tours. He's a church musician. And a lot of times when things like this happen, churches, instead of ministering to you, they cut ties, they sever ties with you. You become the poisonous whatever, you become toxic. And instead of receiving ministry, you receive judgment and you are completely cut off, from any good that they possibly could do you. Um, at the moment, they'll label it something else. They will label it something else. But, I pray that the ministries that he is connected to will minister to him and not will not ostracize him. Oh, I'm shocked you don't know you're in radio, Robert, but I know you don't deal on this salacious thing. So something was sent to me earlier today. Uh, Unfortunately, our brother Daryl Walls, whom we are praying for, our brother Daryl Walls was caught on camera um, kissing his, I'm gonna say lover, same gender lover, um, his boyfriend. I don't know what term they're using. I have to reach out to some of my friends in that community and see the term that they're using. And I was just making the point that I pray that in all of this, I pray that he receives ministry and that instead of judgment, that he would receive ministry and that, you know, I don't know his whole story, but he's playing for churches. Yes, this is actually new, Robert. This happened today. Um, yeah, I know they had the whole, I know they had the whole sex tape thing a while ago, but this is actually something new. He can't deny that this is him. Again, I just hope he receives ministry wherever he is and receives. So it's on both ends. So it's up to the church to offer it, and it's up to him to receive it. You can't, just have the attitude of I am who I am, and um, take this. There may I just pray on both ends. It's offered. I pray that it's received, and I pray that he finds himself in a healthy place as a result of all this. And I'm just asking those of you who are watching, there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said, a lot of jokes to be made. And I'm probably going to make a few jokes about it. I'm not even going to tell no lie because, because it's kind of a funny situation. I mean, he blatantly denied certain things. His dad was cutting up about certain things, his sister was cutting up about certain things in his defense, and then bam, this happened, and he's the one that did it. No one else did it. He did it. Once again, Ricola, we're talking about our brother Daryl Walls, who was caught today in a compromising situation. In some's opinion, he was caught in a compromised situation. Okay, let me. We're talking about Daryl Walls. He was caught in Hey God, gifted hands, anointed creations. Daryl Walls was caught in a. He was caught on camera kissing his boyfriend or his same gender lover. I don't know what they're calling them, but he was caught on camera doing this. As a matter of fact, he filmed it. It wasn't his, no one else filming it. He filmed it, put it up on social media, but he put it on a private tab. If for those of you that are familiar with Instagram, your story, you have your close friend tab where only your close friends are supposed to be able to view things. Well, one of his close friends screen recorded it and sent it out. And now Daryl Walls is a famous gospel singer. He's a famous gospel singer, and the boy is bad. Let's just put it out there. Nigga can sing. Boy is bad. Him and all of his siblings they can go. They can sing. Um, their arrangements are amazing. Um, yes, one of his sisters was also caught in a compromising situation. And I just want to, I hope we can have this conversation that just because you are anointed does not mean that you're perfect. It does not mean that you're perfect. You are human. You are human. I just pray. I already know how this is going to go. I already know how this is going to go. But I pray that those of us who are conscious in the spirit, those of us who actually have loving hearts, we need to be praying for this young man. Again, jokes are going to be made, and I'm not going to say I'm not going to laugh because funny is funny, period. Um, um, but I pray that we undergird this man with prayer. I pray that, his family is okay. And I pray that this does not just ruin his whole life. He has, this is not just his life, but his livelihood. Let me see what you all are saying in these conversations. In these conversations. Why would he send this to anyone? How much sense? Robert, I totally agree. But see, you and me, we are of the generation where we kind of care about public perception and we understand the dynamics of private life, public life. You know, we're of that generation. This new generation, excuse my language, but they don't give a damn. They do not give a damn. It's like, I am who I am. Accept me, pray for me, love me, minister to me. I'm willing to receive ministry. in some ways, I think that's commendable. They're saying, I don't want to fake. If this is really what God can do, if this is, if deliverance is a thing, I want to receive this. I don't want to, you know, I don't I don't want to come to church and fake my way to hell. So I definitely, oh, partners, thank you, thank you, Sister Wright. I absolutely, so I respect his ability to come out and just, put it out there, and know that those of us who are conscious and spiritual, we're going to pray for him and cover him and undergird him. Um, uh, again, personally, having a daughter, I have a daughter. I want everybody to be honest. I don't want people to lie about who they are, who they're sleeping with. Put it out there, Um, eh, yeah. So, Gifted Hand says, just like Empire. That's funny. I don't know how this is just like Empire. I don't know how this is just like Empire, but that's funny. Um, when you are called and anointed, the enemy is going to attack more than anything. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't say that this is an attack, though. I think this is an unveiling. I also think this is an opportunity for us, the Christian community, to step up to the plate. I think this is. I think this is. I think this is an opportunity for him to step up to the plate. Oh, my big bro is on here. I see your comments, Robert. Oh, I wish he was ready because we could have this on. Me and Robert be having some amazing debates, dialogues, conversations, but they ain't always on camera. And we disagree all the time, but we love each other, so we're able to disagree and agree. Agree to disagree. Let's see. His family is. I think all of us have crazy people in our family. Let's see. When Lucius' son came out the closet, maybe this was his way of coming out. Absolutely. Absolutely, Gifted Hands. This might have been his way of coming out. And again, I'm going to say I commend him for being honest. I definitely respect that. Um, I still think he can be anointed and used of God. Again, I think from here, we'll see what he's made of. I'm sure he's going to wild out a little bit because literally, I don't know if anybody's been through this or witnessed someone go through this, but 9 times out of 10, everyone that he thought was his friend that's in the church world, he can count that as not. Anybody who he thought he was connected to, that's over. Any influence, if he didn't build outside of the parameters of the church, he can count that gone. That's gone. They're gonna demonize him. Like he probably already a demon to some of them. And I just pray that the churches that he is connected to, I pray that they minister to him, because so many times as musicians and singers, the church will use our talents and gifts, and then the minute they see something that they're not pleased with, they let us know what it is. What it really is, you were never really a part. You just played your part. Let's see here. Walter, you can need deliverance and seek God for his deliverance, but to be blatant and think that everyone should be cool. Okay. I don't I don't know if this was a blatant act. Again, he put this on a private tab. So this would be like, um, there's a way I talk off camera that I don't necessarily talk on camera. Now, I'm probably a bad example of this because I try to be genuine everywhere I'm at. Um, uh, uh, but some people talk one way off camera and they talk another way on camera. And when they're around their friends, their close friends, they have a certain vernacular that they use. And then they have, again, one that they portray for the world. So he thought he was amongst friends, and then he found out the hard way that everybody ain't your friend. Which again, this is why again I teach the way I teach, I talk the way I talk, because we need saints. We need to let our children know what it really is. You know, they can't be running around here all deer in the headlights. They're gonna have to they got to realize, you know, we're in this world. We're not of this world, but we are definitely in this world. You have to act accordingly on some levels. Let's see here, Walter. It is not. That is not necessarily true with church folk turning on him because. Right, right, Robert. This is not his first go round, but yeah, obviously there's a problem there on some level. There's a problem there. He's going through a phase of either self acceptance or whatever. He's looking in a mirror. And, you know, hopefully after he gets through looking at the man in the mirror, starting with the man in the mirror, messing with the man in the mirror, I don't know what he's doing with that man. But when he gets through with whatever's going on there, hopefully the church is still embracing him, covering him, and that we have not, you know, totally shunned him and kicked him out. The industry in the church world has been supporting the watch. Well, again, I don't follow their careers all like that, so maybe they do need to learn. Um, maybe they do need to learn some restraint. Maybe absolutely. I had to learn it and operate in it, and I ain't near about as famous. So, um, okay. Gifted Hand says Jesus dealt with whoremongers, money thieves, etc. But the love of man has waxed cold, so many want to hear, don't want to hear. Okay. All right. Um, okay. Let's see. Those young people feel like they can do and say whatever they want. I don't know if they feel that way, Robert. I don't know if they feel that way. Again, I can't make that judgment call. They just got caught in some, you know, compromising situations. I'm gonna be honest. You know, not when I was pastor. I definitely had a level of restraint when I was pastor, but you know, I had some human moments. You know, it's some stuff out there I don't necessarily want everybody to know about me. Um, and you know, I thank God I got my sense. I grew up, you know, before there was camera phones, and um, I thank God I, you know, grew up before that, because if there was camera phones back when I was growing up, the hell, I might would have some footage out there of me doing some craziness. Um, but um, I don't know if that's really how they feel. They're young, they're growing up, and they're having human moments. You know, that's just this is what it is. I'm not saying we all ain't got on camera screwing on camera, but we all have done things that we're not proud of. And I'm sure if people have filmed us in vulnerable states, um, I'm sure we would not have come out looking, you know, as clean or as put together as we are right now. It starts with their parents. If you only knew. I don't know the tea, but you know, I'm definitely willing to sip. If you're, are you offering to pour some tea? Hold on, let me get my drink together. Hold on. I have my glass here just in case it went there. Are you offering to pour some tea, Robert? You are you are true in everything you're saying. Yeah, you know, at this stage of my life, Robert, I I I want to offer the understanding that I feel was not offered to me when I was going through whatever. Um, I landed on my feet. Praise God. Praise the Lord. I landed on my feet, but you know, everybody may not be that strong or, you know, may not be able to navigate that well. So do we throw away all the men who cheat in church? So what happens? Uh oh. Mm. Ooh. That was a good. That was a good comment there. Um, a lot of times in church, I'm going to let you know how this runs. A lot of times in church, we shouldn't, but we stratify sin by what we like. Um, absolutely, uh, absolutely. A lot of times, Sister Wright, we stratify, we categorize sin, what we like, what we can tolerate, and then the further down we get, the stuff we don't like, then that's the stuff, we really don't want to deal with. We toss those people off to the side. We don't want to deal with those people. This includes drug addicts, if you're a crackhead or whatever, we really don't want to go through it with you. Alcoholics, I pastored for 15 years, and I had members that were strong on that, thing. And yes, we would pray them through. Yes, we would love on them. But no, I wasn't going to kick them out because, they needed ministry. They still need ministry, and I can go down that road, and then homosexuals. If someone is homosexual, they will, a lot of times in church we will kick you out the minute people find out about your sexuality. Now we could low-key know about it and don't nobody know, and we'll be good. And people will come at you with on some, everybody don't need to know all the da, 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 da. But what are you really saying? You kind of telling them, to hide and to lie and blah blah blah. But anyway, um but then, if a man is caught, again, a respectable appearing man is caught cheating on his wife, we will sweep that under the rug. Men who have had babies on their wives, um, um, men have had babies on their wives, and instead of correction taking place, they've went on to become bishops, and in great organizations. And again, I'm not on here to judge nobody. I'm not on here to judge the homosexual, the crackhead, the alcoholic, or the womanizer. I'm just on here, in this particular instance, saying I hope we undergird this young man and pray for this young man, and allow him to flourish into whomever he's going to become. I don't want this young man to break up with this young man that he's with, and then go get a young lady just because we told him if he don't get a young lady, he's gonna go to hell. Absolutely not. Let's see, Keisha Brady. Oh, he is a very anointed young role model to many. Okay, yes, Brianna, absolutely. Sister Wright says, I think this is a time to draw him in. We all forgave Kirk Franklin for his porn addiction. Now, thank you, Sister Wright. Kirk Franklin had platinum selling gospel records and was a straight porn addict, but we brush over that. He's still selling and he's still this. Now, granted, he established himself outside of the church, but we brush over that with a quickness. But you let someone be struggling with a sexual identity or orientation, and again, because we categorize sin. Um, let's see, they are both uh, up before us today. So, absolutely, absolutely, Mariana. Thank you for the information. I know who the walls are. Yes, very anointed young man. If you Google him, he is we saw. Right, right, right. Again, as I stated earlier, this young man can sing. It's not like he can't sing. This young man can go. He can absolutely sing, and so I just pray that we don't toss away one of our gifts, in this moment. And he's human. He's human, as we all are. Again, as Sister Wright said, I pray that he is um, he's drawn in those who are near him. Will pull him in. Sometimes we don't listen to our parents. I didn't always listen to my mama. My mama got good sense most of the time. Uh, my mama got good sense. I didn't listen to my mama. Um, I didn't listen to my daddy either. He had good sense. God rest his soul. I didn't listen to them. I did what I wanted to do, and these young people are probably doing what they want to do. And I just pray that someone around them can give them the advice that they need to navigate this. So I want to reiterate, for those of you with platforms, you young, you coming up, you need to adopt this mentality. It's not a secret. It's just none of your business. I'm going to say that again. It's not a secret. It's just none of your business. Before you go live and post certain things, now granted, you grown, you can do whatever you want to do. You can absolutely whatever you want to do. And it's gonna be some people out there like me that's gonna love you regardless. Um, uh, but in certain aspects, you're just gonna have to get to the point where you understand that everything is not everyone's business. Um, we have to start drawing the LGBTQA community in with love. They are still so absolutely, Mari. Sister Right, absolutely. I don't get in trouble there. Um, well, we're just saying in general. Well, I've actually already seen posts and stuff where people are, oh, I knew it, because their music wasn't necessarily like hymnal music, and so now it's an attack on what is it called, contemporary gospel music and progressive music and young singers in general. It's just there's a lot of different things. And again, just scroll them down your timeline, you'll see. um then there's those of us that's like, well, it's about time. You was able to lie your way out of that first video, but you can't lie out of this one. This is actually you, and you're holding the camera, and you told him you told him to give you some sugar. Again, um, I just pray that he is covered. I pray that people will welcome him. Um, and I pray that he will be able to find a place where he's able to minister on some level, in some capacity. Yeah, I pray this in the name of Jesus. Everybody's on the spirit, whether it be God or Satan. Okay. Okay. God's anointed hands. Everyone needs God in some aspect. I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. This spars a whole nother conversation that I always have with church folk. They be trying to convince me that they be trying to convince me that it's a gay demon, and or it's a gay spirit. I'll be like, okay, I don't have time for these conversations and stuff like that. Um, um, but we definitely, everyone is definitely entitled to their opinion, and I respect it for what it is. Um, Before I get off here today, I want to encourage you all to tune in tomorrow. We'll be talking about church myths. We'll be busting church myths. I wanted to talk about this today so that I didn't have to take time tomorrow and address this while I have Bishop Poe, who will be back with us tomorrow. Bishop Poe will be back. We'll be addressing the burning of sage. I know A lot of people have questions. Should Christians burn sage, and different things, incense? You may have those questions. Well, we're going to be addressing them tomorrow night here at 6:30 on the Walk Be Connection. Tune in, have your drinks all the way together. Tonight, my drink is water. I always be drinking water unless, it's one of them shows. Our next Freaky Friday episode is going to be December the 11th. Freaky Friday, December the 11th. You do not want to miss that one. The theme for that whole Freaky Friday episode is My Big Beautiful. My Big is Beautiful. I'm sorry, I put that wrong. My Big is Beautiful. And so we'll be highlighting, we'll be giving you 5 attractive plus size women. And we're not just going to stop there. Don't forget, I have my co-host Keisha, who will be giving us 5 attractive plus size men, or I don't know, are they calling just big men? I guess that's what they would call them. But we'll be having that amazing conversation and dialogue. We are also preparing for our special on the incubus and succubus. I think this conversation is a good segue into that. Incubus and succubus. Some of you may have had experiences with these demons that are coming into the rooms of people, and these people are saying they are having sex with demons, and so we want to address. We want to address these head on, but this will be a special. This is not Freaky Friday. It's going to be a special on its own. Keisha is going to join me, and we're going to have these conversations, how to address them. You'll hear some actual testimony from individuals. Yeah, and we're going to go from there. Once again, this is your boy, Wabi. I actually plan to be on here for 15 minutes, y'all. I wanted to be on here for 15 minutes, but when I get with the connection, you see, when we connect with each other, time just flies. I wanted to be on here for 15 minutes, so I didn't have to chop up the video because I got to chop this up and put this on my Instagram. But I got on here and got to talking with y'all, and the conversation grew legs, and now we over here. So Freaky Friday will be back. And I want y'all to know I make no apologies for what we discussed on Freaky Friday. Not one apology. We're helping people. We're saving lives and marriages. That's what we're doing. And so, y'all can sit back and debate whether I'm saved or whether my co-host Keisha is saved. Y'all can have that debate on your own, but we're helping people. All right. With all hearts and all minds clear, I will see you all tomorrow. All right. God bless. Go with God.